いずれ彼女は君の前に現れるの。その時は彼女を助けてあげてね。君、眠りが浅いみたいね。また会いましょう。
We expect your unending contribution for the future of our panopticon, as long as you live.
All right. Hello to my new people out there, new viewers, newer subs. Welcome. Welcome to my childhood or the past, should we say. So basically in 40 seconds I'm gonna explain everything. It's simple, really. The character customization. We're gonna start there because it's insane.
You're not lying.
Freedom Wars was ahead of its time from a stylistic point of view. Can you imagine if they made a game that looked somewhat like this for a PS4?
PS5, I mean.
Insanity. Moving on to the gameplay. Hack and slash, third-person shooter, the perfect blend. I ain't never seen nothing like this. I don't know how they do it. You make something like this, it's blowing up the Monster Hunter genre more than world. And lastly, did I mention PvP?
No. Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know either. What? I didn't understand that either. When I heard that, I was like, I need that. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. What's my control? There we go. Now, while I was confident they wouldn't give up on this IP, that was 10 years ago. So to see this, bro, it's just, it's surreal. So I made this video because after I heavily looked into the possibility of a sequel, I learned that the developers, the director, producer, they're not only passionate about this game, but serious, as they should be. 3 studios, 5-year development for a game on this little thing. Like what? They said Concord took 400 million. I wonder how much how much Freedom Wars cost, bro. Freedom Wars ran into the same problem Gravity Rush did, but they just had more time. First off, it took way too long to be developed. Freedom Wars is the last first-party title that PlayStation made. After it released, PlayStation basically just left the Vita to die, right? It didn't put anything else out. It was just indies that carried it for a few more years. So it's like, even though it sold 1 million copies, it just had nothing to do, nowhere to go, you know? While Gravity Rush, on the other hand, had its sequel teased as a Vita game before it pivoted, right? But it had time to, because Gravity Rush was a launch title for the Vita. So within a year or two after they saw that success, and they revealed it and they started working on it, they're like, wait a second, this is gonna take us another 2-3 years. And at that point, they're not even gonna be supporting this system, right? We gotta pivot, but they had the time. Not Freedom Wars. Until now. my OG viewers from back in the day. If it's been a while since you've been here, bro, let me start this off by saying welcome. Nothing is the same except my energy. So in a way, it's all the same. Nothing's actually changed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just better. Better at this video shit, better. I'm better at everything, bro. I'm an old man. You know what I'm saying? I got this shit going on. Been vibing on some Digimon shit. Yes, Digimon. I don't know how I got here either. But all that matters is that we're still here. You know what I'm saying? Some might call that fate. And Freedom Wars Remastered? Also fate. See, when Freedom Wars came out in Japan, bro, it had motion, if we use today's terminology. Freedom Wars is like a cult classic or a hood classic, whatever you want to call it. Only a few, like there was not even a few, but there was a subset of people that knew of the game. And if you were in tune with it, you understood that like we were onto something crazy. In this space, right? This type of genre, we had something revolutionary. Let's put it like that. The idea that Freedom Wars' return was inevitable is spearheaded by the creator's passion, enthusiasm, right? That's kind of it. That's just what got the ball rolling. After that, it's the natural flow of life. You know what I'm saying? Because see, the reason that I'm still sitting here today, 10, 12, 14 years later, is the same reason that this game coming back was inevitable. It's the same fuel, it's the same energy. And that's passion. Real shit. Like you can't kill the unkillable. What doesn't stop will keep going. Right? Now, if you read this blog, I'll leave a link in the description. The first thing you're going to notice is the director, who was the original director from back in the day. He's yelling at us. He's spitting in my face, asking me to buy this game so he can make a sequel. The dude is itching. He's been itching for 10 years to continue this damn game. And he's more happy than we are. Let me tell you that. Looking at like everything that they gave us with this announcement, I don't know. I would guess this has been in the works for maybe a year or two. But the way that Bandai ran up to the plate, we'll get into that, to kind of help make it come to life. It's probably about a year. Like, I don't think it took that long once he was able to get the IP from Sony. Like, they gave us a brand new trailer that has humans in it as well. So like there's some acting like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's organization in that. The Steam page is already up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 3 months away. That's crazy. That's crazy. You might be wondering why I'm so... why that's a big deal. Listen, I got PTSD. We'll just leave it at that. So there's about two things funny with this blog, right? The first one is the fact that the director is just yelling at us, spitting in our face to buy it. The other one is what I kind of just mentioned, how the detail of Bandai Namco running to the plate. They didn't step up to help produce it. They ran up. I feel like Tsukamoto was like, yo, I got the license. And as soon as bro was like, he turned around and walked to his car, Bandai was like, what you gonna do with that? They're like, you need some help? You need some help with that? And when I first read that, that stood out to me. I didn't necessarily know why, but in the stream the other day, 2K made the comment about Sword Art Online: A Fatal Bullet, and it all just came back to me. I was like, you see, Sword Art Online: Fatal Bullet was Bandai trying to make something like Freedom Wars. They saw that and was like, wait, that's a great idea. Prior to the game releasing, right, they were going on like an interview tour. They interviewed multiple creators who had played previous SAO games, and I was one of them. And in my interview, I kept bringing up Freedom Wars because I saw the trailers of what they, of Fatal Bullet. I saw what they was trying to do, and I'm like, listen, if that's what you're trying to do, you might as well just go take it the full way. As much as you can make it like that game, you'll be good. And after my probably 40th time of mentioning it, the producer was finally like, okay, I freaking get it. By the way, this game's gonna be better. And maybe that's why I don't like that game, but it's besides the point. Reason why I bring it up is, right, his acknowledgement, the fact they were trying to copy. They're fanboys of Freedom Wars, and that's why they ran up to the plate to help make Freedom Wars Remastered a thing. So for the next order of business, let's get a little serious, right? I need y'all to understand how much Freedom Wars 2 is in our hand. I also need you to stop for a second and really think what a console homemade console made Freedom Wars sequel, just even Freedom Wars. I mean, it doesn't even have to be the sequel, but just imagine what Freedom Wars looks like in that environment, not on a handheld. Imagine the scale. Imagine what we could have, what we could do. You know what I'm saying? And if you talk about a sequel, that means we have to innovate on the existing ideas. So now we're getting even into crazy land. I'm glazing, let me chill. But that's a game of the year contender, easy. When I think about that detail, they crafted this game to have a worldwide appeal, and that's why they tried to have a middle ground between anime look and just Western style. So, this is 2024. Anime is way more accepted, way more enjoyed, widely known, and stuff like that. So being in the middle is a great place to be. We could be fully anime, but being in the middle is even better in a sense. We're destined for greatness. That's all I'm gonna say there. Let's continue. So look at this. So at the start, they give an overview of the game, but if you want to read that because you don't know the game, go ahead and give this a look. But for now, and if y'all want me to go over the game in detail, like why we like it, the highlights from a real player's perspective, let me know. I could cook that up. But for now, let's get into the interview part. Look at this chat. Look at this chat, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words into the interview. Now he asked a good question, but 6 words in, he's already talking about a sequel. 6 words into the interview. Let's take a step back. The interview is with Takashi Tsukamoto, director of the original game, development producer of Freedom Wars Remastered on this side, and then Tetsunosuke Seki. He's the director of the remastered version. They both come from DIMS, which is interesting. After he gets asked, is it possible that a new ending was added that wasn't in the original version? He comes back to the sequel talk. He goes, it was one of those things I really wanted to do, but this time I tried not to change the original as much as possible. Then he says, if we were to make a sequel, I thought there would be people who were looking forward to that part, so I decided to take the chance to write a new story when making the sequel. So he's betting on this selling well for him to include stuff like extra story, because again, as we know, people that played it, the story is decent, but it's shallow. There's a lot missing. It has a lot of cool frameworks, but it doesn't have the time to flesh it all out. So there's some other details in this interview, but we can go over that in another video. All I really wanted to get across is Freedom Wars 2 is in our hand. It's right there. It just needs to sell well. And this is on all the right all the right systems: PC, Steam, PlayStation, Switch. Everywhere it should be, it's there. Things will change around here. I don't even know how, but something's gonna change.
I see you watching. I be chillin', said I'm tryna catch a vibe. If you think I'm funny, then you gotta press subscribe. We just getting started, see me smiling in a while. Hey, leave a comment, tell me how you doing. I'm just tryna lift the mood. Ain't been going dummy, someone say that he's that dude. Even if you hate me, I'm just happy that you view. Hey.